Have you ever imagined living in a house made out of wooden pallets and plastic covers? And what about not having access to proper bed, sofa, or table? Even worse, not access to treated water, sewage, or energy. It is unimaginable, right? Unfortunately, this is the reality of many families living in precarious slums around the globe. A slum is a poor and overcrowded area where the households lack access to adequate sanitation system, water distribution, sufficient living space, and correct housing infrastructure that protects individuals from climate conditions. According to the United Nations, over 1 billion people live in slums in the world, and with the impact of COVID-19, it's very likely this number will continue to increase. In Brazil, the precarious slums are usually invasion areas where a group of people or families in extreme poverty start to occupy in building formal residences. Helping address the problem, some non-governmental organizations such as Teto Brasil work in collaboration with the communities building emergency houses. However, due to the limited budget of the project, the houses built do not include furniture, toilets, electricity, or treated water, and there are no partitions or walls inside. People in such circumstances are living under furniture poverty. Considering the problem, the design proposal responds to the Goal 11, make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable, and it focuses on the target 11.1. By 2030, ensure access for all to adequate, safe, and affordable housing and basic service and upgrade the slums. Thinking about how NGOs such as Teto could take one step further, the design solution presents Nest, a community workshop that aims to work in precarious slums in Brazil, helping to minimize the impacts of furniture poverty. By connecting designers, volunteers, and communities in need, Nest facilitates furniture making through collaborative work in workshop days promoted in the targeted community. How? First, designers and makers will be able to submit online designs that can be easily made by people with no expertise. Patrons and supporters will be able to contribute with the cost in materials and tools provided by Nest on the workshop days. The volunteers will guide the participants on how to use the materials, read instructions, and build a design, such as Pallet chair, a design made from reclaimed wooden pallets. The Pallet chair is a DIY design inspired by the existing practice of reclaiming the wood from pallets to build informal houses in the favelas. The chair was created as an example of furniture that could be achieved from the material and easily made by the target community. By only using wood and screws, the design requires no previous knowledge in furniture making and is accessible to the low-income communities. To help communicate the design of Pallet chair, a design booklet was created with the details to be considered and measurements of the chair. On the first page, the viewer can find the list of materials and 3D photo of the design they will make. Following, the instruction will also include a guide to how safely source used pallets to prevent people from getting contaminated by toxic elements or bacteria that can be present in the pallet. In this page, the viewer will be able to find the translations of the codes used to do the treatments of the pallet. It will also include the different types of pallets used in the market. In the next page, the viewer will find the orthographic projection and perspective drawings of the chair, including an exploded view. The design booklet will also include a colorful diagram of the chair to help makers to identify the parts of the design quicker and to help people with no background in furniture design to better communicate without the previous knowledge. Finally, the design instruction will also include a printout template of the chair, which will allow the reader to make their own small model and practice it before making the real-size one. In conclusion, by making such resources available for free and with the help of initiatives such as Nest, This proposal aims to make design a more democratic discipline that will include everyone, especially those in vulnerable conditions. Thank you.